Hello. Hello. So me and David are going up to London. We're going to do some more watch hunting. But yeah, before we go, I wanted to ask you, David, what watch do you think I should wear? What do you think of my watch collection? What do you think of the Daytona and the Nautilus?
Yeah, really hard to get pieces.
I agree.
How long were you waiting for that?
27 years.
So pretty much all your life?
I'm 26. Preston Park. Let's go. We're on the train. We're going up to Waterloo because
I need to pick up a watch which I bought through Quality 24.
David bought a watch. When was it on? Like Thursday or something?
Yeah.
And yeah, instead of getting it shipped, why not go and visit the dude and actually pick it up in person? So we'll find out what that watch is. We'll also do a little watch check when we get to London, and we'll show what we're wearing. And then we're going to be going to Hatton Garden, where we went in the last video, where there's all these kind of markets and like stalls,
arcades and
people just selling.
Well, it's the Diamond District of London, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's like it's kind of a bit of a free for all. It seems like it's fairly trade.
Yeah, it's primarily trade.
Yeah, rather than like actual retail stores with customer service. We got told not to film last time, so should be interesting if we're allowed to film this time. So our first stop is Burlington Arcade. Obviously that's where we went last time. And David's meeting his mate, well, the guy from Chrono 24, at 11. So we've got an hour to kill. We're going to check out Burlington, then meet David's mate, find a coffee shop, and then go to Hatton Garden.
Stanmore.
So we're in Bond Street, and this is just round the corner from Burlington. But the crazy thing about this place is all of the boutiques. And look, this is actually the first Richard Mille I've ever seen in person. Is that one looks? Is that how big they are? I don't even know. They've only got 2 on display.
Rolex is here, so this is the new building which I believe it was Gucci before. They took it over.
Oh, interesting. There's a Vacheron building. Here's a Rolex boutique that's actually open. Let's see what they've got in the window. A couple of Oyster Perpetuals there. The GMTs. That one there I think is fairly new with the half grey bezel.
Came out in April.
Oh yeah, and then there's the left-handed GMT. It's a really nice colourway. It's interesting that it only exists on the left, doesn't it?
For now.
Daytona on the bimetal there. What is that? Some sort of rose gold.
Yeah, day.
It's quite cool. The deep seas.
Now, this is a factory iced out Datejust.
Oh god.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see factory Rolex be like factory iced out Rolex. Very interesting. I'm sure they make that against their will, to be honest. Yeah, the Jumbo Explorer. That is the bigger one, isn't it?
No, that's 36.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow, that looks quite big. And then you got the Explorer 2 there, which I think looks absolutely stunning. But I think that everything on that just looks so big. I do prefer the older ones. And then the Yachtmasters, they're white gold, aren't they? Or platinum? Platinum bezel.
Platinum bezel,
That's it. Burlington. We're coming in from the back, which is kind of funny, but yeah, here is where the more interesting things, in my opinion, because they're made of a time where the craftsmanship was like, I don't know, so different, because there wasn't the same level of accuracy in machines and stuff, you know. Do you not think that these are a bit more impressive to have been made at this time than now?
I love it. I love it.
A nice vintage Omega is just so clean, isn't it? That's such a classic one there, isn't it?
Yeah, very cool. The calendar.
So nice. I mean, look at the vintage subs here. The Bond subs. Absolutely unreal. Oh, the white Nautilus. I just think that watch looks so nice.
The double red Sea Dweller is a classic.
It's interesting that they've got some of the prices on these as well. Damn. Look at that one, the hands on that.
Yeah, no, that's a rare piece.
Couple more Jaegers down here as well. Look, that one just says Reverso on it.
Yes, yeah. No, it's a nice piece. It's a newer piece, but in the style of an older.
APs. I really like the smaller APs. Like they just look more classic.
Yeah.
The bigger ones just too chunky. Bunch of Daytonas. Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Panda or the reverse, that's the Paul Newman.
Wow. Obviously no price on those. Oh, a couple of GMTs. There's a vintage one there. In the other watch shop just further down, they've got GMTs with the Bakelite bezel.
Technically, they're plexiglass.
What, the bezel?
Yeah, they were never Bakelite as people think they are.
So that's a mistake?
Yeah.
Well, they're not Bakelite?
They're not Bakelite, they're plexi.
Oh.
And that was confirmed to me when I went for training at Rolex.
Wow. So David just debunked an age-old myth there. There are no Bakelite bezels, it's plexi. Look at the bracelet on that. That is very interesting. David, what are your thoughts on Bell & Ross?
Well, I mean, each to their own person.
They're not.
No, I like these.
They're not as bad.
The pilot pieces are nice.
But what is that?
I mean, from an purely artistic, technical point of view, it's fascinating. You know, the way that they make these is just brilliant. You know, you got your tourbillons, you know. But the design for me, it's just not my thing.
It's very.
It's very niche. It's very niche.
Pirates of the Caribbean. And then, I mean, that is
I do like this though.
bizarre.
I do like this. This is cool. This is cool.
Skeleton.
Yeah, skeleton. It's not a tourbillon actually. It's just a skeleton piece.
Wow, it's new. £12,200. It could be yours. That looks like something that Iron Man would wear. But yeah, I don't know. They're just. Oh, geez, that's 62 grand back there. I don't know. I just think that like a square watch that's that big is kind of. You'd have to be a certain type of person. I think you'd have to be like Vin Diesel or The Rock. David's going in to do some business, but here is a vintage watch company. Now this place has obviously an outstanding display of vintage pieces. A couple of Oyster dates there. I think these are a really nice entry watch for anybody really. I mean, the Oyster Perpetual, just a standard Oyster Perpetual, is very nice, but something like this is a similar price, but going to give you a bit more character. Like that there, that honeycomb dial, 1956, with the 369. That is absolutely beautiful. Right, I've got to be careful not to film people's faces in the windows, but yeah, look at that Cartier watch. That is just crazy. It looks like it's melting. Love the size of that AP there. Really nice. Nautilus as well. Very hard to focus. There we go. Look at that. Gorgeous. And then the AP. I've never seen a GMT like that. Yellow and kind of burgundy. An Aquanaut as well. Oh man. So nice. Another very cool watch shop here, Susanna Lovis. This place has just a gorgeous selection. I mean, they all do, but they all kind of offer something different. Like this has a very nice range of Cartier watches, the Santos, and then up a bit you got some more Oysters, and there's some Amigas back there as well. Little Air King there with the black dial. Sorry, I hope this footage is actually even watchable. I'm getting a bit distracted by actually looking at them. Yeah, a bunch of very colourful dials up here. We've got the Tiffany blue, some pink ones that I don't even know that I knew existed. Beautiful Explorer. Here's a really good comparison of what I was talking about earlier. You see the size difference there of the Explorer 2s. I do like the orange hand because there was actually a vintage Explorer 2 from I think about the 80s that had a big orange hand like that. Nicknamed Steve McQueen apparently, but Steve McQueen was famously wearing Submariners, not Explorer 2s. But yeah, that is a nice comparison there. You can see the size difference. It's the only one for sale in the world. And wow, that is crazy. Oh my goodness me.
I did an article on it with Watch Pro.
On this exact one?
Yeah, on this exact one, yeah.
Well, if you can send me that, I can leave that in the description.
This.
What do you think of it, David?
I love it.
So it's a 1016.
It's a 1016, which is the 36mm Explorer reference.
Right. And how is a gilt dial identifiable?
The gilt dial will be the lettering. So if you get it in a certain angle, you can see the actual Rolex text, the crown, and the lettering is gilt, gold.
Yeah.
So that refers to the base plate of the dial was all gilt. So underneath this black lacquer will be a gold plate.
And that's why you can see it kind of peeling back there, and underneath it is the kind of goldy colour.
That's it, yeah. So the black lacquer was printed on top of it rather than the lettering being printed onto the dial.
I can't believe I've just held that. Like, that is just crazy.
So gilt dials were discontinued in '66.
Right.
So this will be pre-'66 or
And
66.
and what do you have to say to all the people that think it's fake?
No, it's a genuine piece. It's not a refinished dial.
And you know that, I mean, you've literally seen a million Rolexes as a Rolex certified watchmaker.
Yes, a lot come across the bench, and I've serviced hundreds of them. But
Yeah.
you know, something like this it's just exceptional.
Yeah.
You just don't see anything like this.
Oh man, that is phenomenal. What an
The
honour.
Explorer 1 in the Tech 16 in general, you don't see that many of. I mean, there was plenty of them, but
Didn't you have one for a while?
I did, yeah.
It
but
came from Seb. It had the moon. The name of the kind of lacquer aging effect.
Oh,
Seb
well,
referred
it
to
looked
as.
yeah, it looked a bit like a moon crater. It was a gilt chattering, but it wasn't in as good a condition. Didn't have the original bracelet, but it was a nice piece.
Yeah.
But no, this is exceptional.
Yeah, that is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I love as well the second hand. It's got like when a watch like this has all of this patina to it and age, but you know, for example, it's been serviced and it's like it's in good running condition.
Yeah.
I just think that is so cool because it's so unique to each one.
And the bracelet's in good condition as well. You know, for the original bracelet, it's in.
And that's not been repinned. That looks completely original.
No, it's a good example.
Damn. Wow, I would. Yeah, that's a dream. Imagine going into your granddad's drawer and finding that. Wow, thank you very much. So they've just brought out this. What were the details of this, David?
Well, it's 36mm white gold from the 70s, 4-digit reference, with a factory diamond bezel, white gold and diamond bezel, and factory Arabic dial with the Arabic day and date.
So this could be the only one
It could be a one of one.
in the world like this. It weighs a ton.
Wow, it's white. It's white gold. Full white gold.
There's no point trying to Google this one. Nothing will come up.
Yeah.
That is just striking. What do you think the price difference between this and like? I mean, obviously, like a Richard Mille or something.
Well, I'm the wrong person to be asking. I've never.
Very
seen
close.
Yeah.
Could you imagine in a sea full of Richard Milles on wrists that someone had this? Like,
Oh, I'd go for that.
oh man, that is like taste on a whole different level. Wow. I wonder what relationship you'd have to have with Rolex to even actually get something like this made.
Well, they did do a lot. That sort of era, they did a lot of custom dials and pieces
Yeah.
for the Saudi royal family. In
Wow.
fact, even today, the headquarters is next to the Saudi or opposite the Saudi residence.
Wow. Even if you don't plan on coming to London anytime soon, or if you don't live anywhere near England, this is the Instagram here. So you can see regular, very rare pieces be posted. And yeah, I mean, what a treat this has been. Absolutely awesome. So yeah, check out that Instagram.
So you've got a Richard Mille 055 in, I would say, like a darker grey titanium colour, because they make this watch in black, they make it in white, they make a few different variants. I think it comes in carbon as well, but this one's probably one of my favourites. I think it's a dark grey titanium, and it's the RM55 Bubba Watson, so named after the golfer.
Wow.
And it's
That
a
is-
watch he used to wear when he was actually playing.
That is clean. That is much. I don't know. Obviously, they're very colourful.
Yes.
I've never held one before. It feels incredibly solid and like weighty, which I and obviously the.
And even on your wrist, the way the tonneau shape is shaped, it does kind of hug your wrist as well.
David, can I? Do you mind if I try it on?
No problem.
Wow, this is
Make it a
a
bit smaller for you.
very unique experience. My humble little, my humble little Santos there. Wow.
Maybe a bit too small. Let's see. Boom.
Damn.
Matches your jumper.
Wow, that is crazy. Get a more established shot, David. Do you think that suits my
Yeah,
my personality?
it does actually.
Oh wow, yeah, that is absolutely beautiful. And so this is quite a unique piece, then, is it?
Yeah, I would say so. It's
Wow.
quite cool.
That
It's
is.
something. It's not an RM you see every day.
I've never seen it. I've certainly never seen it. That grey is just gorgeous. Yeah. Wow. Very cool. And then what's this? What's this other one?
So this is a frosted AP, in white gold with a very, very nice purple.
And is that frosted in the way that they hit the kind of with the?
Exactly. So
it's
if
not-
If you've heard of a jewelry designer called Carolina Bucci, she was the first one to announce the frosted AP because her jewelry designs is actually drilled and
Yeah.
however they do it. I don't exactly know how they do it, but
Yeah.
it was
To get it shining
her,
like that.
her design, and they released it in yellow gold
Yeah.
with a mirror dial, if you remember.
I do.
And then AP kind of carried on her design. This
Right.
is limited to 200 pieces. They went into a collaboration with a jewelry designer.
Wow.
Who knew how to do this.
Oh, I
thing,
see.
basically.
Okay. But she didn't do it on a watch first, and
No.
then they saw it. I see. Wow. Do you mind? Oh, it feels exactly how.
I think so. They approached her,
Yeah.
made a watch. I think they liked the design of the watch and the way it was frosted, and then carried it on.
Okay.
It feels exactly how you would
I mean,
expect it to
imagine
feel.
being a jewelry designer and just knowing that AP is using the design. It's quite
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I wonder if
Quite
she had
cool.
to like teach them how she does it and stuff.
Probably.
Wow. Yeah, that is phenomenal. That weighs a ton. Damn. What do you think of that, David?
I like it. I like it.
It's very different with the
It
purple
is.
as well.
Well, the craftsmanship's fantastic.
That is gorgeous. I have to say, like, I've never had the opportunity to see one of these in person, and obviously they're usually so colourful, which is probably not my taste at all. But that in the hands,
some colourful ones in our time.
that's a very sleek watch. What do you think of it, David?
I think it's quite cool. Again, I look at it from a craftsmanship point of view and think, that's just...
And we had this not long ago, which was pink and white.
Oh yeah,
Which is quite cool.
like a Hello Kitty kind of looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we've had these. These are cool. These are the Rafa Nadals.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Damn. Again, thank you
Fabric
so
or
much
velcro?
for showing me. Massive shout out and thank you to Danny. That was an incredibly unique experience. However,
Diamond Watches London.
Yeah.
His company.
Diamond Watches London, and his Instagram will be in the description. We're now in a rush because David is supposed to be at Waterloo Station right now, picking up that watch.
It's easy to get carried away.
So, you've just picked up your watch.
Yeah, so it's a Longines. It's a bit more humble than the stuff that we've just seen, but it's more my thing. It's more up my street. For me, there's a couple of bits about this piece.
Oh.
So it's the Conquest Heritage. Came out in 2015. It was the poster boy for Longines advert for the French Open tennis. I like it because there's a few things I like about it. It's 42 mil, so it's a nice size. You've got chronograph, triple calendar, moon phase. This movement is the ETA 7751. Probably the most complicated ETA movement that they've produced. They put it in a number of watches across Omega, Tag, Breitling, Longines, all sorts. But for me, it's kind of special because when I did my watchmaking course in 2019, the ETA 7751 was my final exam. So I remembered it all boiled down to this particular movement. There's a lot to get right with it.
It's a shame you failed the exam.
Yeah, it is, but yeah.
No, he passed.
But there's a lot to think about. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hands on it. You've got 2 calendar discs to get in position. You've got the moon phase to line up. It's an automatic piece.
And that was your exam?
That was my exam piece. Not this exact watch, but it was a training watch with that movement in it. No, I really, really like it.
Yeah, oh mate, it suits you, it looks fantastic. I think it's so cool as well to wear something that symbolises like the official start of your career.
Yeah, exactly.
Very cool.
No, I'm very pleased.
Oh,
I just need to
awesome,
set it to time now.
Oh yeah? We'll find a coffee shop, we'll talk about our watches we're wearing today, and then we're going to Hatton Garden to actually look at like the proper, as you say, barn find, like rough and ready, rustic watches that are unpolished, unserviced, just chucked into a cabinet and for sale. It's a thrill, so let's go. David wants a picture of him in the clock. Totally understandable. Cool picture. So, watch check. David, what have you got?
So, this is a Rolex Air King, reference 14,000. So it's a 34mm case, smooth bezel, satin finish oyster bracelet from 1993, and it's got a really, really cool salmon dial.
Yeah, that is beautiful. It's kind of it's almost like a 1p coin, like a 2p coin, kind of bronzy colour, coppery colour. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous that. Low key, but very respectable piece.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
just clean, no date.
And unique as well with that salmon dial.
You don't see many salmon dials.
Beautiful.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, nice man.
Cool.
Right.
What have you got?
So, I have got a Richard. So I've got I'm wearing a Cartier Santos, the Galbi. I think this one is like a 90s. Do you reckon, David?
Yeah, it'll be a 90s.
Yeah.
Probably similar age to mine.
So it's unpolished. It's got the what's the name of that bracelet where it just kind of hides
The hidden clasp.
The hidden clasp. I need to add a link to it. It's just about okay. I'm only slightly losing circulation in my hand. Gorgeous, to be honest with you. I've not taken it off. I absolutely love it.
I love the blue steel hands.
Yeah, the blue steel hands and the blue indices on the numbers. The numerals, Roman numerals. Is
Yeah, and the date at 6 is very clean as well.
Yeah, the date's down there, tucked away. Nothing too mental. Almost feels lackluster looking at anything now that isn't a £300,000 Richard Mille, but this is my daily piece. I bloody love it. I absolutely love it. I had a tank for a while, but I think the Santos is a bit more me, to be honest with you. And I also like a bracelet. The tank was on a leather, and I didn't really like the bracelet for the tank. You know what I mean? Very like big rectangular kind of links. I like this one. Nearly at Hatton Garden. Very interesting building.
Well, it's the start of Hatton Garden, so got your jewellers, bits and pieces on here.
And pretty much everybody around here knows you, right?
Yeah, look at that.
No! What was the chance of that? I wonder how much they've got it for.
They just leave a little bit of a run because if you hit both of them, you're damaged both of them.
Yeah, it's you can actually see the colour difference. Yeah, that is very interesting. Yours is a much more coppery colour. That is the iconic sort of salmon. But yeah, obviously this comes with boxing papers. So. Yeah. 3,950. Very cool. Thank you very much for showing us that. 3,950. I prefer your dial.
Yeah, I prefer the
for
the
sure.
dial.
Yeah, that was much more pinky, wasn't it?
Well, it's been over polished as well.
Has it?
Yeah.
How could you tell?
Where the satin shoulders are, very very round.
Really?
Yeah, they've lost the flat definition, which is a shame, but. And the bezels being polished as well. It's meant to be a flat bezel, but they polished the corners off it.
Oh dear. So not worth 3,950.
Well,
to someone.
Yeah, to someone.
To someone. But you paid, what was it? 2,2.
Yeah.
Wow. It's all about who you know, really, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing. It's very funny to just walk around the corner and see that.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say because I've not seen one in the flesh for a long time.
Yeah.
So.
Where's that market? I want to go to the market.
The arcade's down
here. The arcade. Are we going to go there first?
Yeah, let's go there.
And then that window, from memory, has some really good stuff.
Yep.
Very cool. Now, that lady was giving someone some advice about, like, it can be a little bit dodgy around here. You've got to watch out for people like this. But yeah, it can be a little bit dodgy. Some people can sort of drag you into shops and potentially take advantage of you, so got to be slightly careful and on guard. But here we are, the arcade. I'll be careful about filming in here. Very cool. 2,200, is it? Dave, what's the colour difference on yours?
Not too much difference.
Very similar. Wow. And is that going to be like the one that you said, where it's because it's manual wire and the movement's a little bit smaller inside?
That's it.
What do you think of that?
No, very nice.
2,200 sounds really reasonable, doesn't it?
It's not bad.
What are your thoughts on that, David?
Yeah, really nice.
£5,000. That
nice
is
patina.
A bargain.
Original.
Yeah.
Folded links.
That is so good, man. Holy crap! I can't believe that.
Bi-directional bezel.
£5,000. That one that you.
It's not the snowflake.
Yeah, I suppose the snowflake's more iconic.
Yeah.
Here you go, guys. If you want to check out this, some seriously cool pieces in here.
Without the clutter on the.
No, that's real, man. I like it. Wow. So it was 3.5 on the Santos, was it?
3.5.
Very nice. That's an automatic one as well.
Yeah, the quartz one you could probably get for a little bit cheaper.
Yeah. Really nice. Some beautiful pieces. That AP is quite interesting as well. That is absolutely crazy.
Zebra.
Yeah. Is that factory at all?
Yeah, everything in my window is factory.
Wow.
Only stock factory.
And I've seen quite a lot of people talk about this with that dial.
Wood dial.
Is it actually made of wood?
Yeah, it's made of wood, yeah.
Blimey. That is very
There's
cool.
a few different variations, all made out of different types of wood, so that's why you get some color variation
see.
between them.
I see. Wow, these are some really, really interesting pieces.
Thank you.
What was that one that you liked, David? The grey dial?
Yeah, that grey Datejust, the 1601.
Wow.
1603.
Yeah, that's really smart.
And then the blue.
Oh,
dial.
look!
Yeah.
Couple of Explorers as well. Which ones are those?
First one's 1016, the other ones are 14270.
Curious to know what the price is on the 1016.
12K.
12K. Very cool. Domino's pizza.
Yeah, that's cool.
And what did you say was rare about the one that he's wearing?
Last generation.
This is a bubble back reference 6075 from the 1950s.
1950s. Wow. I've heard people use the term bubble back, but what does that mean?
So basically, the acrylic crystal on this is very domed,
Right.
much more domed than the later models,
yeah, I
and
see,
also
yeah.
the case back is domed as well. So
I
you get
see.
the dome from the top and the dome on the back.
Very cool.
So they call those bubble backs.
Oh wow, yeah, you can really see on the
Yeah, when you
profile.
put it side by side with another one, you'll notice
Yeah.
the difference.
1000.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's rose gold from the 70s. Wow. It's funny because I associate rose gold as being more of a one thing.
Yeah, but I think that's why they stopped making it, because there wasn't much demand for it.
Yeah.
So after the 70s, they've stopped producing rose gold day dates.
Wow. I like that as well. I mean, I've never seen one with sapphire dial.
I had to drive all the way to Germany to pick that up because the seller didn't want to post it.
And that
And I was
box,
like, you know what, I have to buy it. So, so I made a little road trip out of it.
is that the box that they all
The
came
oyster, yeah,
in?
it says oyster quartz on the box.
Wow,
So-
that must be rare.
Yeah. It's the only one I've ever had in stock with
There
that
can't
box.
be many like that.
No, there's not.
On unpolished watch, they won't buy it.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Well, that's it. That's my
You
point.
have to polish it properly. That's
Yeah.
what matters. you
Exactly,
know,
yeah.
Doing the proper polish.
Yeah.
Getting an unpolished watch, you're gonna pay a massive premium anyway.
Yeah.
So you have to be ready for that.
Exactly.
So that's 3.5. That's amazing.
3.5, yeah.
Wow, thank you.
Would you potentially be interested in trading on Cartier?
Man, that is.
Tricky one because the piece I've got is more obscure. So I'll show you anyway.
Oh god, dude, that is like actually probably one of the coolest watches I've ever seen. Well, I need a new roof. Yeah, when we came last time, this place had some really interesting bits in it, didn't it? It's kind of like,
There's a bit of everything here.
yeah, but do you know what? I've just been thrashed around in the wave break of hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of watches that I'm now like almost exhausted by the sight of more. Yeah, see,
That's more.
this is more calming on the eyes, really, isn't it? Nice little reverso.
That's very nice.
Yeah. Some Cartier bits up there. Yeah, even still, I think I'm actually just tired
Yeah.
of looking at watches. That's a sign of a good day. Look at this right angle piece.
I think that's a pocket watch conversion.
Just as we're leaving, the Steve McQueen, although not totally sure why it's named that, Explorer 2. Why was it named that, David?
I don't know. People seem to depict Steve McQueen wearing it, but there's no documented evidence of him ever wearing the Explorer 2.
Yeah, I showed that the last time we came around here. Is that that looks like a fairly old...
Yeah, it's the Jumbo. What's the reference? 3800, I think it is.
Yeah, I think you might be right, David. So that was my second time in the Hatton Garden Arcade. I felt like if I breathed in the wrong direction, I was going to get told off.
It's full on.
It is quite full on.
It's trade. Everyone knows
Yeah.
what they're talking about.
It's wheeling and dealing.
Yeah,
It's
very-
very fast paced. Take it or leave it.
Like,
Kind
it's,
of.
it's certainly not luxury retail. You're dealing
No.
with luxury items, but it's not luxury retail.
Yeah, it's quite
It's,
scary, really.
Yeah.
It
You
isn't
almost
for
feel
the
like you have to know
faint-hearted.
your stuff. You
Yeah.
have to know your stuff, otherwise they just
Everybody knows you in there, Dave.
Yeah, I've dealt with them quite a lot.
Yeah.
But,
That Quartz AP
yeah,
for
that's
me
nice.
and that Tudor Submariner. If you came in there with 15 grand and walked out with that as your two-piece collection, you'd be happy.
You
that
should.
was
You should.
absolutely. Honestly, I wish. I mean, obviously, that kind of money, I'd be getting work done to my house, realistically.
The
But
roof can wait.
yeah, no, the roof cannot wait. It needs a new one. But yeah, that was absolutely bonkers. I think that is probably gonna call it a day.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we're gonna have to leave the Brick Lane bagels for another video.
Yeah.
But yeah, what an incredible day. It's been sick, man.
It has.
Really
I've
enjoyed
enjoyed
spending
it.
that day with you. We'll
Yeah.
do this again soon.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
it's only a flight, 40-minute flight from Jersey.
Yeah.
And it's either way from Gatwick, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nice one. Goodbye, everyone.